Hey everyone, the month of February we've been talking about the virtue of justice. Justice is to give to another person or to God what they deserve. Remember Deacon Tom said the consequences of that are, for God, what does God deserve? Well, for us to give justice to God, to be just in dealing with God, is to recognize that He is our Creator and to honor Him, to worship Him, to love Him. And then we also have to deal justly with our neighbors, with other people. What does that entail? Well, it means that we need to respect them, to honor them as children of God. As the saying goes, to respect them from the womb to the tomb. I have a question for you, though. What if God dealt with us completely justly? What would that mean? Well, remember, justice is to get what you deserve. And the reality is, none of us are perfect. We're all sinners. We've all hurt people with our words, our actions. We've disobeyed God. We've been selfish. It would be kind of a scary proposition if God was only just with us. But He's not. There's actually something, kind of a flip side to justice, which is actually kind of a perfection of it, which is mercy. God is not just with us. He is that, but He's also merciful. What is mercy? Mercy is when you look at someone and you see what they've done and you see what they justly should deserve, whether it's good or bad, and you forgive them anyway. That's the way God looks at us. Now, of course, God can do that. He's God. But we're also called to do that, to be merciful to other people. That's an extension of justice. How can we as humans be just? I've got a great example for you. Josephine Bakita was born in 1869 in Sudan, which is up in northern Africa near Egypt. She was part of a tribe of native people. Unfortunately, she was kidnapped by Arab slave traders at around 8 years old. For the next 12 years, she was bought and sold at least 12 times to the point where she forgot her own real name. She was mistreated, beaten, and abused often during this time. One owner purposefully scarred her so she would remember his cruelty. Once, when one of her kinder owners went away on a trip, she was left in the service of a religious order of nuns. While there, the nuns taught her about God and how much He loves her. When her master returned, Josephine refused to leave the convent. The sisters at the convent fought on her behalf for her to stay with them, and eventually she was declared a free person. Josephine chose to remain with the nuns at the convent, and she received her baptism and first communion there. In time, she became a nun in that order. She lived the remaining 42 years of her life as a sister at the convent, but often went traveling around to speak about her experiences and talk about the need for forgiveness. She never held any bitterness toward the people who had hurt her and refused to be a prisoner to the past. What a wonderful example of someone who has a just reason to be angry at the people who have hurt her, but she turns in the way that God does to mercy. This is an example we all can use in our lives. Here are some questions for discussion. What did you like about the story of St. Josephine Bakita? What surprised you about it? Number 2, have you ever found it hard to forgive someone when they've hurt you? What did you do that helped you with that? All right, I'll see you next week.